welcome in to the Casual Chaos live podcast. I'm your host, Jay Ash, joined as always from an undisclosed Spring Hill Suites, or at least the room number will be undisclosed tonight. I'm joined as always by Jeff and Bubba. What's going on, fellas?
Not much, Jay. How you doing, Bubba?
Doing great. Excited to be here. I know we skipped a week, so I'm glad to be back.
Yeah,
right.
Looking forward to it. It's going to be some fun.
I'm excited. I'm really distracted by the curtains behind me. It's locked in. So if you see me zone out, I'm just trying to figure out why they picked this color. So we have a lot to catch up on, and not a lot to catch up on. It's been 2 weeks since we last did the podcast. We took the week off last week unannounced, so we apologize everybody who was messaging us all week long saying where's the pod, and we were like, sorry, we had to take a week off. So we had a lot happen. We had the Olympics happen. We're coming off the Super Bowl lull. So we've got a lot to talk about tonight. We'll jam it in a reasonable hour, but as always, we'll just kick the show off with some talking tickets. So producer Tyler, what do we got?
Yes, sir. And before we dive into talking tickets, as always, this segment of Talking Tickets is brought to you by Last Rep. Look, we all know the grind isn't just a buzzword. Whether you're hitting the gym or sweating a parlay until the West Coast games wrap up, your body takes the hit. That's why we've partnered with Last Rep, the world's first athletic recovery cocktail. It's a crisp, refreshing, hemp-derived THC athletic recovery beverage designed specifically to help you dial it back, recover, and get ready for the next round. No hangover, no bloat, just the perfect way to settle in while we go over today's action. Whether you're crushing workouts, crushing parlays, or just crushing life, Last Rep's got your back. Recovery shouldn't be complicated. It should be convenient, effective, and taste damn good. This new and exciting seltzer is now available at select locations across Tampa Bay. However, here's the best part. As a Casual Chaos listener, you can grab yours with 20% off using code CHAOS at trylastrep.com. That's code CHAOS, CHAOS, for 20% off. Now, let's get into some tickets, fellas.
Let's do it.
Let's lead off with some hockey. Obviously, this is from a couple. This is in the silver medal game. This is actually my ticket. I had United States to win, Jack Hughes over a half a point, and Jake Getzel to score a goal. That unfortunately did not happen. USA did win that game in overtime, a thriller. So I was hoping for a Jake Getzel overtime goal to win that one, but unfortunately didn't come through for us.
Things happen.
Yep. And there's another one. I had a bunch of bonus bets from the Super Bowl kind of drag over that I had to throw on there before they expired. So threw a Hail Mary here with Norfolk State -1.5, Duke -19.5, Marshall -3.5. Those all came in the night game. This was Houston at Iowa State. Went to sleep thinking Houston had it. I think they were up 3 or 4 with like a minute and a half to go. And I didn't even need them to cover, just needed them to win. And they could not get the job done. So Iowa State won that game. So about an $80 win down the tubes, unfortunately, for me on those two.
That's never fun.
No.
You go to sleep. You go. The problem is you went to sleep. If you had stayed up, for sure would have hit it.
No, the problem is I placed the bet, Bubba. If it was anybody else in the world, it probably would have hit. The issue was who bet it. But we had Rain Man here. Rain Man was throwing in some craziness on the Olympics, men's and women's hockey. So we had a winner here. He had Finland, as was my underdog of the week 2 weeks ago when we gave it out. Finland hadn't beat, I believe it was Sweden, in like 80 years in the Olympics, and they got a W. So he had a money line plus 230 there. Nice little W there for Rain Man.
Love it.
And then he also had the USA women's hockey team winning. This one, I'm not sure when he placed this bet. It must have been when they went down against Canada really late in the game, because he had it at plus 466 and they were favorites. So he hit this at the perfect time probably. with probably 5 minutes to go in the game or something crazy like that. So awesome W there for Rain Man again. He was nailing some hockey stuff. Unfortunately, we get back to the NHL season today, or in yesterday, and he gets out the first, both teams to score no in the first period. Neither team scored, actually, so he hits that. And then he has the correct score of 0-4 Lightning. The Bolts were up 3-0. Getzel had a breakaway open net chance to make it 4-0 with about 4 minutes to go because they had pulled their goalie. He misses it. Toronto goes down and scores a goal. So his attempt at the 4-0 line, it was looking great for literally 2 and like 3/4 of the game. So tough loss there for Rain Man. I know he was looking at that one probably excited going into the third, late in the third. That would have been a $700, $650 win.
They did get another goal though, right?
Yeah, both teams scored. It ended up being 6-2, but they had an opportunity with an open net to literally make it 4-0. So he would have had to hope for sit on it, but them scoring probably made them push it a little bit more. So it was a weird one there for Rain Man.
Sucks.
And then he also had in this one, so he had the Lightning -1.5, which came through, but Dominic James did not score a goal for the Lightning. Braden Point actually scored, I believe, 2 goals yesterday for the Lightning in his return to the Bolts. I believe this was the commissioner maybe had this one. $100 win. Or no, excuse me, this was TJ. TJ had this $100 win on the U.S. to beat Denmark. Ended up winning that one by 3. So nice little win there. And lastly, sadly, a bad beat here for Jay. Jay Ash had UConn to win. That was never a question pretty much in the second half. And solo ball, he needed 13 points out of him. He ends up with 11. So tough. Not sure if he missed any free throws, Jay. You can expand on that, but tough one there to not get that W.
Knocked down one shot in the second half.
Yeah, I don't think he even took any free. I mean, he only took 7 shots all game, which is odd for him.
Yeah. Well, it would have helped if St. John's played basketball.
It was the Reed show. It was the Reed show early, and he was in assist mode, and it was the wrong night to pick solo ball.
It happens. It happens. We move on. But thank you to Last Rep again. Our partner used code CHAOS for 20% off. And that's talking tickets, fellas. We can get into whatever we want to get into now.
There we go.
Enjoying one at the moment.
As am I off screen. I am as well.
All right.
Excellent. All right. Well, go ahead, Jeff.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, we're obviously late to the party, but I mean, you want to talk just a little bit of Olympics? Did you guys? I mean, other than the hockey, did you guys watch anything at all?
I watched zero Olympic coverage except the gold medal game.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched the gold medal game. I watched a little bit of curling. I know the USA had a pretty good showing as far as curling goes, but that's the extent of what I watched as far as the Olympics go.
Yeah, I watched much less than I normally would. I mean, even the Winter Olympics, I think like most people, I watch less of the Winter Olympics than I do the summer. But this year I watched even less than I would normally do. So I don't know if it was the time difference or what was going on, but I just didn't get into it that much. But I did watch the hockey, both the men's and the women's. Watched a bunch of games, and we won the gold medal and both. So that was fun to see. I mean, really. I mean, for Bubba and Tyler, it's the first time in your lifetime that the men won the gold. And
that's what I was ready to say, Jeff. We were an underdog, right? We weren't supposed to win that game, correct?
We were an underdog.
Yeah, not a major underdog, but an underdog nonetheless.
Yeah,
it's not like 1980, but it's a big deal, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a huge deal.
Yeah, it was cool. Sorry, Jay.
No, I was gonna say it was great. I mean, won a little money on it too, because you got to throw the USA bet in there. Just it's obligatory.
Just because,
especially with the plus sign. Especially with the plus sign.
Yeah, you either stay away. I had a parlay in with both teams scoring 2.5 goals and quickly realized that wasn't happening after the first period. So still got USA at a nice plus number. So was able to cover the loss and make, a nice little chunk of change. But unbelievable goalie play on both sides. I mean, obviously it went to overtime, so it's not like the Canadian goalie has to hang his head. It's not like he got shelled, but it was fun. It was exciting for a low scoring game. There's a lot of movement, a lot of hits, the penalties, the multiple penalties. I don't know. I had a good time. I thought it was great to watch.
Yeah, very enjoyable.
Well, Jeff.
I mean, that one save that the U.S. goalie made was just unbelievable. I still don't even know how he did it. So what happened?
Yeah.
You guys lose me?
No, you just kind of muttered out there for a second, but yeah, absolutely. The goalie there was a couple saves, and there was one that one of a forward actually was like in the goal and made a save that was crazy too. That didn't even get as much play because of what everything was happening. But yeah, I actually went to Hat Tricks here in Tampa to watch the game, and there was a line. They opened up the bar at 7:30 in the morning, and there was probably there should have been a fire marshal called. It was crazy how packed it was there. So it was a lot of fun, a great environment. So many USA chants, so much singing of the national anthem, literally in between each period. It was beers flying everywhere once we won. It was really a really cool scene to be kind of, if you could say, a part of it. But it was really, really cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
To see.
I know. I'm still waiting for the text message from that.
That's not on me there, pal.
I went to not as crazy of a scene as you were at, Tyler, but I went to Chickies and Pete's too to catch it. They opened up early for the game too, so I got to watch it with some. Yeah, I got to watch it with some people. It was fun. It was funny after the golden goal. Because they had the sound on for the game, like throughout the bar, and after the golden goal, they switched over to God Bless America, which I thought was hysterical. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was just fun to watch it with people. Everybody, like Tyler said, everybody cheering, and it was a good time. So
yeah, I got a text from our guys over at Glory Days on Saturday evening, letting me know that they opened up early too. They opened up at like 8 a.m. Get everybody in there. It was a great day for it. I mean, Sunday there's nothing going on. There's no football, not much going on, and then that to pop up on a Sunday is pretty exciting. And then obviously we win it. It's fucking sick, And then our fucking goalie wins the Presidential Medal of Freedom. I mean, that's fucking sick too. Did you see that guy's face? He was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I'm getting this thing." It was crazy.
Yeah.
No, it was great. It obviously has nothing to do with our program, but the the two kids being shuffled over the railing and onto the ice to take that picture is just emotional, amazing. It says everything, and it just shows what a team America was, or USA was.
Oh yeah.
For that to be the first, that jersey coming out right away and everybody just being involved, I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, we get to wait another 4 years to do it again.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some people say that the NHL American players should try and bargain to never do it again, so that Canada can't say that they beat them ever again, and with hockey with the professional players.
That's smart. Just send high school kids.
Yeah. No, we're out. Collective bargaining agreement.
Yeah. They were definitely salty, man. They were not happy.
Yeah. You've had it for a while.
We love our Canadian friends, but in this situation, F them.
Yep.
Yeah.
So simple as that. So, all right. Let's segue. Let's real quick, like hatchet job. Let's fly through. I think I said it 2 weeks ago. I'm going to say it one more time. If you're betting on the NBA, you either have a severe problem or something that other people don't do. Because the tanking's out of control. It's in the open. No one fucking seems to care. The numbers make no sense. And it's Russian roulette. So, any thoughts on betting the NBA right now?
I mean, the NBA cares. Silver cares. I mean, if he had any hair, he'd be pulling it out right now. But it'll definitely look different next year. At least he's going to try to make it look different. The fun games, Jay, are the ones that you got tanking teams playing against tanking teams. You know what I mean? Those,
right.
those are the fun games. Those are the ones you definitely don't want to bet, obviously, because who knows what you're going to see. But there's still plenty of games where you got people competing. So if and when I throw some money on the NBA, I just try to stick to those ones. So
Yeah, but even the ones that they're competing, the lines are just skewed.
yeah.
They're either too slanted one way, and it's just, your instincts like, oh, 14.5. They're not going to tank, right? And it's just, so you throw that, and all of a sudden there's 3 players from the team that's not tanking just mysteriously not playing either. So I don't know. It's just too much movement for my liking. I've been doing some player props. That's really about it, because guys like Castle, are going to play hard, or SGA is going to go get his, and that type of thing.
So what you guys are saying is college hoops is a lot more fun to watch and bet on.
Yeah. It is right now.
Especially this year. Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah.
Especially this time of year, right? We're about to get into the heat of it.
Yeah, but let's keep in mind too, we've got guys from the NBA going to college.
Yeah. That's what's fun. I don't know which one's the developmental league for which at this point.
Yeah. That's true. That is very true.
Yeah, we got a microphone problem.
Yeah, I haven't watched much NBA. I start watching about second round of the playoffs for me, usually. Unfortunately, it just is a lot of what you're saying, especially towards the back half of the year.
Right.
Yeah, it's tough. So anyway,
the NBA has been okay though. What's that?
I'm giving a shout out to the Spring Hill Suites there with their.
Oh, there you go. Nothing has changed though. I mean, while Jay's doing some work on his AV unit there, nothing's really changed in the NBA. I mean, it's all still the same teams. Detroit's still in first place. Celtics are a couple games behind them. They're chasing. The Celtics season is kind of insane. How well they're playing. It's blowing everybody's expectations out of the water. I mean, even mine. I thought everybody thought they were going to be awful this year. I thought they'd actually be pretty competitive, but I never expected them to be doing what they're doing. And then in the West, it's the same thing. OKC is again, and even though OKC's had a lot of injury problems, including SGA's been out for the past couple of weeks, they're still hanging on to first place. So the Spurs are nipping at their heels. Denver's got Joker back for maybe 9 or 10 games, and he's still playing himself back into shape. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing really new going on there with the contenders. So
yeah,
back with us, Ash. Yeah.
Yeah, I never left you. I just my microphone was falling down. So we
as far as college, as far as college goes, I mean, we could talk about UConn St. John's. There's not much to talk about except Ash lost a couple bucks with Ball not making another basket. But yeah, I mean, they needed to win that game. I mean, again, it wasn't life or death or whatever, but it's a good win for them. And those two teams should meet up again in a couple weeks for the rubber match. I mean, they should play in the championship game, so it'll be good stuff.
Yeah, there'll be 1 or 2 either way, and as much as we're UConn homers, that was a statement game, especially coming off a bad loss to Creighton and then taking care of business in Villanova. So they're going to be where we thought they would be, and if they come out of the Big East, we'll see what happens. But Arizona's a man down or two, and they're still winning games. Purdue's sneaky. I think I'm done with BYU. Houston's in a little bit of a free fall. Michigan still looks rock solid. Duke looks rock solid. That was a great game last Saturday. So I think the tournament's going to be real fun. Kansas has potentially the number 1 pick, plus a team that's used to playing without that guy now. So can they, pull it together? So seeding's going to be important. Division or conference championships are going to be important. So it's going to be a fun couple weeks as we, get into March here next week, and the conference tournaments start in 2 weeks. So a lot of gambling opportunities, morning games, afternoon games, just fucking lovely.
I'm touching my hat because I think you forgot to mention one of the teams that's pretty damn hot right now. I mean, I haven't followed college basketball that well, but I know that Florida's been playing pretty out of their mind right now too.
Yeah, but that's spoken like a Florida fan, right? You don't really pay
haven't watched
attention.
it, but I heard.
You can't name 2 guys on the team. So, you know,
Yeah.
we don't talk about the Gators. We don't talk about
But they are a contender, Bubba. They're a legit contender.
Yeah, just looking at their odds to make it to the Final Four, like plus 200. They won seven straight SEC games. So I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I can't name anybody on the team, but I know they got a hell of a coach and they're poised to make a run. So we'll see. You know what I didn't know? I didn't follow. Not that it fucking means anything, but Miami, Ohio's 28-0. They're fucking undefeated.
Yeah.
I know they probably haven't played many people, but it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, they're playing at MAC though. It's you know, we'll see how they seed out and who they got to run into, but that it's not like they're going to grab a top line seed either. They're going to still come.
No.
Yeah, they have to win they have to win out probably to even.
And they still won't
get in.
And they
some
still
people are
won't
saying, which is
They
crazy.
won't get a 1 team. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to think that if they lost in the conference championship game, they would still get in.
Yeah.
I mean, again, we're talking about we just talked about how many good teams there are, but it is kind of top heavy in college this year. I mean, the back end of the pool is going to be hard to fill out. I mean, they want to expand this to freaking whatever 84 teams or 96 teams or whatever. I mean, they're going to have trouble filling 68 teams this year. So
Right. Yeah.
It would be a shame, Tyler, if they lose the conference championship game and they don't get in. I mean, that would be embarrassing.
Yeah, they're just already talking about it, which is crazy to me.
I've heard it too. Yeah.
Is Duke the betting favorite?
Michigan, probably.
I haven't looked. They probably are. After they beat Michigan, they might have jumped them.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I haven't looked at it lately, Bubba.
Look at it now, Bubba. Yeah, USS playing some good hoops. Tampa. Don't know one player on the team. Same as Bubba. They're actually playing good, but they have to actually win the conference to get in.
Yeah.
Michigan's still the favorite on the Hard Rock. They're plus 375. Duke's 425. Arizona plus 450. You can still get the Huskies at plus 1400. And Bubba,
buying.
if you like the Gators, plus 1100.
There you go.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, they have the Gators over the Huskies.
Bet UConn, fellas. Bet UConn.
Yeah, keep buying it.
Yeah, 14-1 is good for. I mean, again, there's no guarantee they're going to win, obviously, but that's good value, 14-1. So I'd be all over that.
It was I got them at 14-1 before open and tip. You know what I mean? It's like, so to be back there after 3 losses is kind of crazy. So.
Yeah. That's true.
All right, Jeff, what do you want to do for baseball? Since we're in full swing, World Baseball Classic's right around the corner. It's back in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Just love
it. Probably without MLB players, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Well, let's. I mean, we're not going to go through every team like we did in the NFL, but how about we just give each of us give like 5 over-unders that we like. How about that? Does that work for everybody?
Yeah, I like that. Before we do that, though, Jeff, let me ask you guys a question before we get it. What do y'all think about this challenge shit? I mean, I know we're going to get into the over-unders and stuff, but like just quick thoughts on the challenge and pitches and shit like that. What's going on with this?
I'm all for it, Bubba. And, if you're paying attention to what's going on in spring, don't let that worry you because teams are challenging much more in spring than they're going to do in the regular season. They're just doing it because it's new and they're trying to get used to it. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
And the key is that each team only has 2 challenges. So if you challenge like in the first inning and you get one wrong, then you're only down to 1. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they're not going to be willy-nilly with the challenges. Now, the one caveat to that is unlike football, you keep the challenges if you get them right.
Oh,
whereas Yeah, yeah. So in football, if you get one wrong, you're basically screwed, right? You're just down to one more challenge. In baseball, let's
If
say
you
you get
win
the
it,
first one wrong. Yeah, if you get the first one wrong, you get the second one right, then you still have one challenge. You know what I mean? So if you get it right again, you keep it. But like I said, teams are going to be afraid to lose those. So don't. The other thing is, it's like, I mean, you watch tennis from time to time, right?
yeah,
You see how quickly the in out balls that get challenged, how quickly those get decided.
right,
It's
yeah,
the same thing in baseball. It takes like 5 seconds. So
yeah.
the people that are freaking out that it's going to like interrupt the game and stuff, it's not like football where it's going to be like a 5 minute delay.
Yeah,
So
makes sense.
So I love the concept. I'm lukewarm on the execution. What Jeff just said, I'm all in favor of. What I'm not in favor of is I'm going to watch a baseball game like I'm watching it in the early '90s again without a strike zone. So we're going to have to use stadium camera angles. We're going to have to be at the mercy of where you're just not going to know, and you're not going to see the challenge either. You know what I mean?
Right,
You'll see the challenge after the fact, but they're not going to slow it down for you. They're not going to keep
right.
putting it up and
Yeah, that's
let you
true.
make the call. But so again, there's a little nostalgia of like, that's a ball and it's a strike. It's a ball. It's a strike. I mean, unless somebody challenges it, you're not going to see what it is, right?
Right.
Where,
mhm.
over the years, I've become accustomed to that little yellow dot. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't like it for that reason, but I do think there's a place for it. And I do like the technology and how quick they are getting it done. If it was extending the game another 10, 20, 30 minutes, it'd be a disaster.
And it's not. So,
Oh
so
yeah,
you,
yeah. No, yeah, it's seconds. I mean, Bubba, you were at the game today. I mean, you saw how quickly it went. I mean, that's just the way it's
you
going to
don't
be.
you don't even notice it, right? And the upside is
Yeah.
like you want them to get the call right, so like it's just if you have to wait an extra 5 to 10 seconds, it's not a big deal.
Well,
I saw it
for
today
me
where
and
a guy challenged I was at the game today, and a guy challenged on a pitch that he would have struck out on. It was a ball, so he got to stay at bat, and then he hit a 2-run double down the line. So like it's like I
Yeah.
don't know, like it's crazy. Yeah, we've never had that in baseball, so it's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I'm all for it because, as we know, one pitch can change a whole at bat. You know what I mean? So
No doubt. Yeah.
there's a big difference between 1 and 2 and 2 and 1. So
Yeah.
but anyway, selfishly for me and Ash, I mean, Judge has had more balls called strikes than anybody in baseball since he's been playing. So this
He's
will
so
come in
fucking
handy
tall,
for him.
too. Yeah, he's so fucking tall
Yeah.
when he gets in there. It's like. But anyway, yeah, let's get to
Yep.
these over unders. What do you guys got? I'll go first with one that I like. I like the Rays over 77.5 wins. I mean, they're just a talented organization. I think that's a low number for them. Camanero's going to have another big year. They've won over 77 games in 6 of their last 9 seasons. I feel like being at home, they're going to be in a little bit more of a pitcher's ballpark. They didn't really do too well at the Yankees spring training complex. I think they were like 500 or something like that, but that's just the boombox, shit ton of home runs and stuff like that. So I think they'll be in a more pitcher friendly park in Tropicana Field. And I don't know. I think they get to 80, 82 wins.
They're on my card as well.
I could see it.
They're on my low expectations.
Very, very tough division, obviously, and it got tougher in this offseason. But I can see it. I can see it. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'll stay in the AL East, and I mean, this isn't going to surprise anybody, but I got the Yanks at over 90.5. I mean, I don't know. I can't imagine them not winning 91 games unless it's just injury chaos. I mean, I think that's the only way it would happen. So, Yanks over 90.5 minus 110.
There you go.
Just out of principle and a favorable number, not plus, but minus 107, because there's not a lot of plus on the board. I'll be going under 102.5 wins for the Dodgers. It's a big number. Obviously, on paper, if everybody's healthy and everybody performs to their average, they probably win 130 games.
Yeah.
But I just don't think that's going to be the case. I think as always, it's a long season. We'll see what happens from an injury standpoint. I don't think they're going to miss by much. I just think 102 it's a tall order. That's
For sure.
Yeah.
So.
I got Angels under 70.5 wins. I just think the Angels are not a very good baseball team. I don't think they did anything in the offseason to help them get to be a better baseball team. So I just don't think they're going to be very good. I think at some point you got to look at moving Trout. I mean, you have that. I mean, I just don't know. You can maybe get something for him. You're not getting anything out of him as far as World Series or outside of maybe people buying some tickets to see him when he's healthy. Maybe just I think they might even sell on him and just see what they can get for him at this point, because why eat that contract if you're just not going to do anything with him?
Yeah, they would have to. They would have to eat some of the contract though, even if they traded him. You know what I mean? But
Just
yeah, no, I
not
like
all of
that.
it.
I like that one. Yeah. Oh no, of course. I looked at that one too, Tyler. I didn't pick it, but I looked at that one too. I like that one. So
Yeah, I'll save everybody time. That's on my card as well.
Bubba, you're a square for not having it. A square.
I'm gonna go with this just because I think this is an overcorrection. I'm not saying they're gonna be fucking good. I just don't think they're gonna be as bad as last year. The Colorado Rockies, I think they're gonna win over 53 games. It would just be fucking crazy if they had back-to-back seasons like that. I know they got some new people in the front office. Not that they're actually playing the fucking games, but yeah, that's a low number. Like, I don't need them to be good.
I'm on the other side of it. They're awful.
Okay.
They're just bad.
Okay. All right.
My notes next to it are just dreadful. That's
gosh.
It's just bad.
But I mean, so like the season before, right? The White Sox were fucking dreadful, and then they went over their win total last year. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll just see. Historically, it just seems like they shouldn't do that 2 years in a row. But God, no, my luck, they probably will.
well, that's a good segue, Bubba, because I got the White Sox over 67.5 this year. You're right. They had like a 17 game jump last year. You know, I think they won 60 games last year, so they only need to, basically do half of what they did last year as far as their jump. But I do expect that they will. They're built on a lot of young players who are, they have another year of experience. They still got a really good farm, so I'm banking on them getting to 68 wins. That's also minus 110. Yeah. So.
Who was that? The White Sox?
White Sox. Yeah, White Sox.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the Oakland A's over 76.
Okay.
The Las Vegas. Who's this Oakland team you speak of?
Well, there'll always be Oakland in my heart. They're still just the Athletics, right?
Yeah.
Because they still play in the minor leagues. I think they showed they've got some young talent last year. I think those kids are going to be hungry. I think they are getting excited about actually having a home. Not that they're spending money, not that they're doing anything different. I just think the team is going to gel a little bit. They didn't have a lot of turnover. So I just think the young talent's going to grow. 76 isn't a huge number. That division is what it always is. It's going to appear to be top heavy. It's either going to be Houston. It's either going to be Texas typically. Obviously, Seattle had the year last year. We could talk about what we think about them making a run again. But I think everybody's going to be kind of in a slobber knocker style division this year there. So I'm going to take the over.
There you go.
Very nice. I'm going to go with the New York Mets under 89.5. I just think they are the Mets of the past, 5-10 years. They just feel like something always happens to them. Like it feels like. So I just don't know how everything goes this year with them. And I'll just take the under on 89.5. I forget how many games they won last year. I was just
83, and they won 83 last year.
Yeah, I just think it'll be close because they had some injuries and shit last year, but I don't think they're just going to turn it around. I just think to the Mets.
Yeah, I was going to say I've got them on my card too. I saw it at 90.
I have an 89.5 too.
Yeah. Sorry, 90.5 is what I saw, but yeah, I'm with you. There's just too many fucking pieces. People are learning new positions.
Good division.
It's crazy. Yeah, great. I mean, the Marlins kind of got hot at the end of the year too, and they always play them tough. But there's just too many personalities on that team. I don't know. I don't see them gelling. I
Well,
think it's going to be a rough start, and then they may finish strong, but I don't see it.
yeah. I mean, it will be interesting with them because they kind of redid their team. I mean, they kind of, they got rid of a bunch of players. They brought in some new guys. I mean, for a team like them, they did kind of do a lot of wholesale changes. So it'll be interesting. But again, Bubba, you keep teeing me up. So staying in that division, I got the Phillies over 89.5. Surprisingly enough, it's minus 110. Yeah, so 89.5. Phillies had a weird year last year. They were hot and cold. They played poorly for a few weeks, then they get on fire and then repeat and rinse and repeat. So I think they're going to have a more consistent season this year, and I think they're actually going to win the division. So Phillies over 89.5.
I have that as well, Jeff. I think they're the best team in the division.
Yeah.
The whole division's over.
Mm-hmm. Could be.
You think?
You had that for the NL or the NFC West this year, didn't you?
I did. I did. I think the Braves are going to be. I think the Braves are going to be back in business as long as Acuna's healthy. Too good of an organization, top to bottom. So, but where I was going to go was to the. It wasn't them. I liked the Cubs under. And then I just thought from a gambling standpoint, because the Cubs are still going to be good this year, it actually makes more sense to take the Brewers over 84.5 than the Cubs under 89.5 and kind of meet in the middle with those two. So probable the Cubs come in under, more probable the Brewers come in, but that's going to be another 1-2 punch dogfight of a division down to the last week. Again, we'll see which one comes out on top this year, but I'm going to take the Brewers over 84.5.
There you go.
Yep.
Very nice.
That's it.
Bubba, you can go. I've got all mine out there.
Yeah, I got one more. I think we're sleeping on them. Maybe we're not, but I like the St. Louis Cardinals to win over 69.5 games. I saw a stat. I started looking it up. I saw a stat said they haven't lost fewer than 70 games in almost 50 years. They've just consistently won over 70 games. I don't know why the line is set at 69.5 this year all of a sudden, but I'm taking them. I think they're a great organization. I never know like who's going to be their horse, but they always have one or two that come out, pop out in the middle of the season. I know they've got a good bullpen. So 69 seems like a low number for the Cardinals. And then I started looking at the division odds there. I know the Cubs are the favorite, but the Cubs are plus 120. The Reds are plus 375. The Brewers are plus 240. The Pittsburgh Pirates are plus 750. And then the Cardinals are like plus 3,500. It's just like it's a huge jump. And it doesn't make sense to me. Maybe it will in 6 months, but it doesn't make sense to me right now.
Well, I got two left, and I'll stick in the NL Central. I got the Pirates over 78.5. Again, minus 110. It's crazy. These are all these things are minus 110. So minus 110. The Pirates took a couple steps forward last year. They got some good young players. I mean, you guys have probably seen the stud prospect they got that most likely going to force himself onto the opening day roster. So. They got another monster ace pitcher in the minors that they'll probably be called up at some point this year. So minus 78.5. Over 78.5 minus 110. And then my last one is the Jays over 88.5. And that one's at plus 100, believe it or not. I got that one at even money. So Jays over 88.5. I think they'll carry on the momentum from last season. So I just can't see them dropping back that far. So
I like
it.
Dig it. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing with the Jays. I was looking at that one, Jeff. I think they're just a good team. They probably got better at shortstop. We'll see.
Especially defensively.
Defensively, for sure. I've seen some clips of him and the spring training. Oh boy, he needs some games.
Yep. But like I said earlier, the AL East, from top to bottom, well, I guess you could argue the Yankees didn't get better. They're almost status quo, but the rest of the teams all got better. So that's going to be a rough division again this year. So
Yeah.
see what
no
happens.
doubt about that.
All right. To wrap up baseball, how about we pull out our old trustworthy lock, underdog, and prop of the year. Jay, why don't you start? What's your lock of the year in MLB?
It's going to be a long season. That's my lock. So my lock is Aaron Judge to hit the most home runs in the American League,
All right.
Good one.
which I think is what, plus 180.
All right.
That's a good one.
I hinted at this earlier, but I got the Yanks as the division winner, AL East division winner, and they're at plus 175. So
Yep.
that's my lock, by the way.
Mhm.
All right. I'm going to take my lock of this MLB season, Houston Astros to win the AL West, plus 240. I think they're going to have a bounce back year. I don't think Seattle's going to be as good as they were last year. I think they're going to be good, but I don't think they're going to be as good as they were last year. So I like Houston at plus 240 as a lock to win that division.
Are they the favorite or is Seattle the favorite?
Seattle's the favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, plus 120.
I apologize. My Judge play is actually plus 350. I was looking at the
Oh,
Is
there you go. That sounds better.
That sounds better.
I was looking at MVP odds.
If you
Sorry.
loved it at 150 or 180, you're gonna love it
I
at plus
can't
350.
Can't get enough of it there. Jeez.
My lock of the year, I'm going with Paul Skeen's going to lead the league in strikeouts. Just think he'll pitch more. Think he's more seasoned going into his third year. I think they'll let him go and let him throw it and sling it. So I'm going to go with Paul Skeen's second best odds next to Scooble. I'd probably take Scooble's unders and everything this year because I think if they don't sign an extension or long contract, I feel like he's going to just call it quits on them almost. But
Like he called it quits on the World Baseball Classic.
yeah, like he's doing since his agent told him, hey, just play one game and then dip on him. Fucking
Clown.
so stupid. But so Paul Skeens.
Might as well be communist.
Yeah.
Who's your dog, Tyler?
So my dog, I didn't know really where to go with it. My dog's gonna be the Red Sox to win the AL East. And they're plus 300, so it's not like crazy, but I think they could. It probably would require maybe somebody having an injury or two in the Blue Jays or Yankees, maybe. Or they just come out with it's got a lot of young talent, and some of that young talent hopefully pays off. So we'll go with the Red Sox to win the division.
If you want, you should look to see if the Hard Rock will let you parlay that with Croqueta.
Yeah.
To
win
winning the Cy Young, because that would probably need to take place.
Yes, more. Yeah, probably. I will dive into that right now while someone else goes.
Go ahead,
want to
Bubba.
go?
Underdog.
Yeah.
Cardinals to win the NL Central.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That's my.
I mean, with those odds, I can't blame you.
Plus 3,500. Yeah, that's my underdog for sure.
Yeah. Well, I got an underdog too. I got the Pirates plus 750. Again, I really do think they're going to have a pretty good year, and that division isn't the strongest in the world. So, it could be one of those weird years where somebody with 84 wins, wins the division. So, plus 750. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Damn.
Jay, did you already give yours?
No, my underdog. I'm sorry. I just realized my bragging rights just went down in flames before we. I'm not happy. Not happy at all. My dog is the Oakland Athletics plus 450 to make the playoffs.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, because until they get a new home, it's still Oakland.
So Bubba's heavy on the Cardinals, and you're heavy on the A's. All right. What do you got for a prop?
I don't. Hang on. I had it. It came off the screen. Player prop or team prop?
Any prop you want.
Well, I already gave my lock as a prop.
Well, I'll go. We'll circle back to you. I got, again, this isn't going to surprise anybody, but I got Judge for MVP at plus 200. I think this is going to be his last monster year. I mean, he's still going to be really good for a couple more years, but I think it's going to be his last monster year. And if I could get him at plus odds, I'm taking it. So Judge plus 200.
There you go. Since we're on MVP and my props in MVP too, if Toronto has a good year, they make it deep. I'm gonna take Vlad at plus 1400 to be the MVP. He's staying in shape, working out with the local lady here, and guy can hit. He's not as good as Aaron Judge at the plate, but he can hit. And if that team is hot and they can make another kind of deep run or make a deeper run, I like him to win MVP at plus 1400. I know you guys are going to hate that. At least Jay, because I know Jay hates him.
No,
it makes sense.
What's funny is there was a podcast earlier this week where they pointed out that Vlad did a before and after picture stating 7 weeks in the lab, and there was no discernible difference between the pictures. Same.
Bubba, though, it makes sense. I mean, everybody's waiting for him to have that one monster year. I mean, he's too talented to not have that type of year. So maybe this will be it.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go. The MVPs, the numbers are too light for both. I mean, and it's too top heavy with those two. So there is actually a nice parlay that if you think that they're both going to hit over 60 homers, it pays quite a bit. But different conversation for a different time. I'm going to go with Yamamoto for the Cy Young at plus 500. So he's behind Skeens, which makes sense. Skeens will be dominant, and Tyler's probably going to hit his play with the strikeouts for sure. I just don't know how many games they win, and he's going to have to, be 20-3, 20-4 to get there. I think Yamamoto is going to carry that team. The balls he showed in the World Series last year, I think it carries over. He's another year adjusted to everything he needs to be. And I think he had a mediocre regular season last year. So I think he carries it forward from the World Series.
Yes, sir. I am going to stick with the kind of MVP conversation. And I'm just doing more of, I don't like the top end. I think both those guys will probably win it. But Ronald Acuna to win the MVP, 12-1. I think he got a chance to have a really good year, healthy. Again, I think he's a dominant force in the NL when he is going and he's healthy. So Ronald Acuna at 12-1 to win the MVP.
Like it.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
I also looked. I looked at Soto too. He's plus 750.
Yep.
I like that one too.
Yep.
I mean, he had a monster second half of the year last season. So if he could carry that into next year or this year, I should say, I mean, he's got a good shot. But I mean, Ohtani's minus 130. I mean, you just can't. It's not worth putting any money on that, So
for sure.
Yep. All right. Well, there you go. There's our abridged baseball preview. So
it's talking baseball.
Good luck, everybody. Yeah. What do we got?
We got bragging rights.
Oh, Brad. Well, no, we got to do our normal lock underdog and prop of the week, right?
Yeah.
I'll start. Let's see. So we didn't do anything last week, but the week before that, I had Austin Reeves over 24.5 as my lock. That didn't come in. I think he had like 21 points, unfortunately. This week, my lock is the Timberwolves minus 8.5 tonight versus the Clippers. That line jumped like 6 points when it came out that Kawhi Leonard wasn't going to play. So I think it was like 2.5 this morning, and when I got it, it's minus 8.5. But I'm okay with that number without Kawhi. So minus 8.5, minus 102. That's my lock of the night.
I like it. I'm gonna go with a little college baseball for my lock of the week here. Tomorrow night, big game. Got the Miami Hurricanes, Florida Gators. Miami's a minus 126 favorite to win that game. I'm gonna hammer that. That's my lock of the week.
Nice.
All right.
Jay?
My lock of the week was actually a golf prop. It was Hung Tong Lee to be top 10 at plus 470 at the Cognizant tournament here in beautiful West Palm Beach.
Very nice. Last or 2 weeks ago, I had the U.S. Italy over 7.5 goals. That did not come in. This week, my lock is actually a game tonight as well. Colorado Avalanche minus 1.5 playing tonight. Got a few Canadians on that team. I think they're going to be playing pretty pissed off, and they might thrash them. So I'll go with the Avalanche minus 1.5 as my lock. And I could give you my prop if we want to just dive into the props.
Do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I am going with another, again, similar theory to my lock. I'm going to go with Connor Bedard to score a goal today. He is plus 155 to score a goal. Was left off that Canadian team, so I'm sure he is going to try and prove a point that he should have been on that team, and maybe things would have changed. So he's also dealt with some injuries. That's probably one of the reasons why they didn't bring him, but he's healthy, and I'm going to go with him to score a goal. And I had Austin Reeves over 4.5 threes last time, and I think he had one. So that lost.
There you go. I'll give you my player. I'll give you my player prop here. I like Luka to score over 30 points tonight. I think they got the Suns. It pays minus 114. 30.5 points. Got to get 31 points.
All right, 2 weeks ago, I had LeBron over 39.5 points, rebounds, and assists. That actually did come in. He had a monster game. This week, I have Clinging over 20 points tonight. Well, 20 or more points. So it's plus 230. So our boy Kling Kong needs to have a big game tonight.
I like it. Unfortunately, I'm in golf still. Golf mode. Didn't do anything tonight. But I got Tyler's guy, Vilps from beautiful Australia.
Carl.
Top 20 was still paying plus 385. So I jumped all over that. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yes, indeed.
And what about your dog, Jay?
My dog is actually going to be tomorrow night in the NBA. I'm going to take the Milwaukee Bucks money line at plus 310 over the New York Knickerbockers.
Oh, wow. Okay. You think Giannis is going to make a surprise comeback?
No, I think the Knicks are just going to monkey fuck the football tomorrow night on a Friday night primetime game. They're still reeling from the loss to Detroit, and everybody thinks they're gelling. I disagree.
Yeah. Okay. Last week I had the Jazz on the money line, and that didn't come in. This week I have the Magic versus the Rockets. Again, that's another game tonight. Magic are home. They've been playing better recently. Finally, they seem to be on a little hot stretch. So Magic plus 130 at home tonight against the Rockets.
Let's go. All right, let's do bragging rights and get this brutal thing
Wait,
over with.
we got 2 more to go. Bubba and Tyler.
I'm so pissed off about bragging rights. I can't.
You can't wait to tell us about it.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm angry.
I'm gonna keep an eye on this game tonight. Lakers Suns again. So I'm gonna take the Suns to win the game. They're plus 180 underdog. I'll be paying attention to that because of the Luka bet. So hopefully he scores just enough points and the Lakers lose.
All right. I am going to go with tomorrow night game. We talked about them briefly. Miami of Ohio is, I believe this is the last game of their regular season. I'm going to take the Western Michigan Broncos to beat them to end the perfect regular season at plus 575. So we're going to go with the streak ends a la they're going to be the Brock Lesnar to the Miami of Ohio's Undertaker tomorrow night.
All right. I like it. Well, I'll tell you what, if that happens, then Miami, Ohio better win the conference championship or they're not getting in.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
All right, Jay, bragging rights. We're finally there.
We're finally there. Let's do it.
All right. Don't have anything from a couple weeks ago, but Jeff, I believe this is yours if you want to lead us off.
Sure. So these are all games tonight. I don't know. I think one of these games is playing. I don't know what the score is, but I got the Sixers -3 versus the Heat. Philadelphia is home. I got Portland at Chicago -4.5. I got the Lakers at Phoenix -5.5. Bubba, hopefully you're right about Luka having a big game. He's due for one of those. And I have Castle versus the Nets tonight over 7.5 assists. So Spurs are on a back-to-back, so it's a little shaky, but shouldn't affect his passing numbers. So over 7.5 assists. 25 pays 460. That's a plus 1,700 parlay.
There you go.
Sixers are up
There you go.
3 with about 6 minutes to go, Jeff.
Okay, thank you.
So you're in it.
He's sitting at 4.
All righty. And next,
Who's next?
we have Jay.
Yay!
Go on, Jay. Give it to us.
Yeah, under in the Bryant game, 138.5. That game is in. It came in at 128, so covered that by 10. Wagner -1.5 came in by 3 over University of New Haven. I've got the under in the UTEP game at 138.5. That game just crossed the halfway mark, sitting at 100. So game script would suggest that number is going to cruise in, and then Central Connecticut State University decided to just go and stick it right to me and win by 2. And I don't want to look at the box score because I've got a nasty feeling because they were up 5 very, very late in that game. That's why I was so animated when I looked back at the score. I was like, what happened? So
Free throws.
I'm out. Bragging rights. I'm out. 25 to win 332. I'm going to go 3 for 4 again today. And I'm going to, probably damage the Spring Hill Suites here, Johnny Depp style.
All right. Well, Bubba,
that's great.
Round us out, buddy.
All right. A lot of college baseball here, including tonight, a little Thursday night college baseball. I got USC on the run line -1.5. They're on the road at Cal Polytech, the Cal Polytech Mustangs. Game starts at 9:05. It's 9:05 Eastern time right now. So I will be peeking into that game every now and then. Tomorrow, Friday night baseball, I've got Indiana over Western Kentucky on the money line. I've got Miami, like I told you guys about, as my lock here to beat the Florida Gators. And then I've got West Virginia, big favorite against Kennesaw State. I played against Kennesaw State in the ASUN Conference out of North Florida. And I think that West Virginia is a better baseball team, and I think they win tomorrow. So 25 pays 175 and some change. Not a huge return, not like Jeff's if he hits it. So if Jeff and I both hit, he will take the trophy this week. But 25 to 175 is not bad.
All right, man. Good luck.
There's a trophy for this?
I think there's a trophy, right? Or did we leave it at Glory Days? I think we left it at Glory Days.
Maybe.
They're holding it for us.
Yeah, it's in the bar logo. So, all right. I think that's going to do it.
All right. Jay, good luck the rest of your time down there. Get home safely.
Yeah. Yep. We'll be back late Saturday night. Got an event to do in the next 2 days. So looking forward to it. Should be a good time.
Very cool.
But with that, thank you guys for joining us. We're going to wrap it up. Thanks to our sponsor, Last Rep. Thanks to Bragging Rights. Thanks to Central Connecticut State University for jamming me. And thanks for producer Tyler for throwing this together. So until next week, enjoy your weekend, everybody.
All right. Send your winners. See you.
Bye, everybody. Take care.
Hi, everyone. This is Jay Ash, one of the hosts of the Casual Cast podcast. Podcast you are about to listen to discusses gambling and wagering on sporting events. Please be advised the gambling and sports wagering content during this podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute financial or gambling advice. Sports wagering involves significant risk. If you choose to gamble, please do so responsibly and only gamble with funds that you can comfortably afford to lose. All opinions, wagering tickets discussed, or implied wagers on the Casual Cast podcast are not guarantees to result in financial gain. You must be 21 years or older or of legal gambling age in your jurisdiction to participate in sports wagering. Please verify the gambling and sports wagering laws and regulations within your jurisdiction prior to placing bets. Listeners are solely responsible for their own wagering decisions and outcomes. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call or text the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-426-2537. We encourage everyone to engage with sports betting responsibly. The host and the Casual Cast podcast assume no liability for any losses incurred as a result of listening to this content.